G'day and welcome to Trucking Tips with Dave, episode 2. In this episode and the next one, we're going to concentrate a little bit on life at level 3. Tuesday the 28th of April, we'll go back to level 3 from level 4 lockdown, which means the road transport industry can start getting this country moving again. Our guest today comes from MyTrucking, that amazing Kiwi startup who specialise in helping transport companies move from a paper to a paperless environment. We're going to talk to General Manager of MyTrucking, Gabor Szikszai, and he's going to give you some tips, even if you're not a paperless system now, about things you can do in level 3.
So I'm here now on the phone. I have Gabor Szikszai, who's General Manager of MyTrucking, the great New Zealand startup story, and who have worked wonders in the world of truck operations, and now a well-known brand all around the country. And he is going to talk to us, the first one up today of 2, and he's going to talk to us about business in level 3, because business in level 3, as I've just introduced, is customers can't come onto your premises, transactions must be conducted in a paperless fashion, or must be contactless at least. So, Gabor, what tips have you got for the listeners with regard to life at level 3?
Hey Dave. Thanks so much for having us on. Look, it's great to have a chance to share our thoughts on getting through the situation. Look, when I think about the contact that happens in the transport industry, like a huge amount of that occurs just from handling paperwork. You know, whether that's from the start of a job between a dispatcher and a driver, in the middle of the job when maybe a driver interacts with a customer, or even at the end of the job when the driver returns back to office. And when I think about that, it all sort of links back to 2 key parts of the MyTrucking origin, really, which is about removing inefficiencies and getting rid of paper. So my first tip would simply be to use the full power of mobile apps rather than paper. And I'll give you some examples of what I mean there. So, for example, instead of handing your driver's paperwork, like maybe a booking confirmation or a release note, why don't you just send those as attachments via like the MyTrucking mobile app? You know, drivers can also take photos of dockets or even waybills or any other paperwork, and all of that means that they're not waiting around for paperwork, and they're greatly reducing the chance of contamination. Another example maybe is like you can provide delivery confirmation to your customers, and you know you can do that in a number of ways. You could do it via email, you could do it via text message. You can do it at the end of the job, or actually you could do it when you know that the load is on the way, and that way your customers can prepare the delivery area for a contactless drop-off. And then maybe a third example is, the driver can use the mobile app to take relevant photos at the delivery site. This could be maybe an ASD form for livestock, or again, a waybill. They can also record any notes as well, and these all get attached to the job and sent back to the dispatcher. And again, you know, there's no physical contact being made at all. So those are probably the 3 top tips I would give for going contactless.
Yeah, and that's fantastic, because there is a situation like, you know, we're talking to the likes of yourself and E-Road. You know, there's a very much you know, we're in this situation we're in now. There's not much we can do about Tuesday on Thursday prior, but there's a great cause for forward planning, you know, going ahead. But so we don't get in the situation again. But you know, there are, you know, look around you, look at what you do have. You've got a phone with a camera, you've got text, you've got, you know, like the MyTrucking mobile app, like you said. You know, like just take a moment and see, well, what actually tools do we have?
Yeah, and there is heaps there. There is heaps there, and you know you don't have to do it all. You can take little steps and figure it out, and you'll find out how easy it is. And trust me, you'll want to take the next step after you do that.
Yeah, that's right. And if we look at that next step, and you think, okay, well let's deal with what we've got now, but let's, you know, what will our business look like in 3 years' time? And of course, the great union, you know, MyTrucking and E-Road. And late last year, we did that article, where for many old carriers, the Holy Grail was sort of cracked using technology, where the two powers came together, and all of a sudden we've got revenue by truck, by day, by K.
Yeah, look, we've seen so many small to medium transport operators who either they just don't know what their per kilometre rate are per vehicle, or they're still manually working them out again on another piece of paper or on a spreadsheet at the end of the month, and it's just not. It might be the right information, but it's not timely enough when you do it that way. And with the integration that we have with eRoad and MyTrucking, it is really easy. You can work out the per kilometre or per hour rate automatically. It's updated every day at midnight, and then you can instantly see what those rates are per day, per week, per month, and analyse actually which trucks are operating most efficiently and why, and which aren't, and make those more effective decisions on the jobs.
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose a crisis, a time like this, is a great opportunity to do what a lot of people are talking about: put the stake in the ground, press the reboot button, take the battery out and put it back in, and start the whole gig up again, and look at your business. Gabor, It's been magnificent to talk to you, and thanks so much for coming on Tips, and love the little snapshots about look around you, and what do you have, and obviously the whole thing's going to give businesses food for thought going forward. Thanks,
Dave. If I could just add one final tip.
Go for gold.
And it's a bit of a general one. Like, we are all in this together. It is pretty tough going for a lot of people, but we will get through it one way or another. And I just think that now is, it's more important than ever to check in on each other. Take that 5 minutes, reach out to your customers, have a chat, just say hi, and just help each other stay positive.
Yeah, great information. Great information. Hey, thanks again. Keep safe, keep well, keep your distance. I love saying keep your distance. It's the only time in my life it's ever a term of endearment. And hope to see you soon, mate.
All right. Cheers, Dave.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so there you have it. Some great tips and information from both Gabor and Steve, and some really interesting stuff there about even if you're not a fully paperless company yet, and there's plenty of companies that won't be. Look around you at what technologies right at your fingertips that you can use to bring some paperless process into your business and just keep working. Okay, so thanks for watching. Some more great tips and hints, and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.